Hello, friends. The naval drones of the Security Service of Ukraine decided to lift the mood and wished strong health to a couple of Putin's Shadow Fleet tankers in the Black Sea, Kara and Virat. European or American sanctions are the toughest, you say? How about the sanctions delivered by Madar and Maluk? News from the category, What a Country, Such Are the Gifts. In the Kuzbass town of Berezovsky, residents didn't get a festive Christmas tree. Instead, officials planted a green structure that looks more like a giant toilet brush.
У нас поставили елку. Вот такая елка. Серега матерится, сидит. Ужас, конечно, ужас. Это вообще что? В Сибири елки нормальной нет, что ли?
Of course, Siberia is full of beautiful, picture-perfect Christmas trees. They'll look great somewhere in China now. A heart-melting story, really. In Yakutia, one especially sensitive deputy asked not to strip his colleague of immunity, the same colleague caught taking 13 million rubles in bribes, and his argument is rock solid. After all, as he put it, any one of us could end up in this situation.
Наша фракция убедительно просит вас сохранить статус народного депутата за Семеном Васильевичем Филипповым. Учитывая, что он, находясь в это время в СИЗО, конечно, испытывал достаточно тяжелое морально-психологическое состояние у него было, учитывая, что в подобном положении может оказаться каждый из нас, а также учитывая, что вот сегодня приводили пример с народным депутатом 6-го созыва Арсением Николаевым, я прошу вас все-таки сохранить статус депутата за нашим членом нашей фракции.
Friends, please stop. Think again. There simply aren't enough prison cells for all of us. Anyone who visited Russia in the 1990s probably remembers the so-called Afghan war veterans playing music on the streets to collect a bit of spare change. Now it's 2025, and the very same thing is being done by the veterans of the so-called special military operation.
Смотри, метро Пупкина. Как тебе? Санкт-Петербург, метро Пупкина. Вот так вот. И это, на минуточку, самая богатая ископаемая страна. Там дальше я не стал снимать. Продают бабульки всякие ягоды. Короче, из 90-х мы никуда не ушли, по сути. Возвращаемся обратно.
Isn't it just terrible when a country's president and government can change every 4 years? Of course it is. That's why Putin's Russia knows all about stability. Motivation better than any Tony Robbins seminar. Assault unit commanders, trying to inspire the fighters they keep sending on one-way attacks, drop leaflets telling them that dying is not a sin, but a heroic act.
Здорово, братан. Смотри, какую хуйню нам выдали. Игорь Томшин, генерал-майор. Умереть не грех, а подвиг. Не знаю, сами не идут умирать.
Why don't they go die themselves? Why would they? The generals are sitting in mansions, with money, servants, and 3 Mercedes at the door. Let some ordinary Ivan die instead. There's plenty of Ivans. The country will make more.
Вон их целую пачку нам прислали. Давай, прикуривай. Будем считать, что это помощь от командования армии.
Of course we don't abandon our own. We just send them on meat grinder assaults with a little leaflet in their hand. Friends, now is the perfect moment to hit the like button. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. Thank you. The top secret, ultra-modern roofing technique of one of the world's richest countries in natural resources.
Город Краснознаменск, проспект Мира, 13. Рубероид кладут прям на воду, все сырое. Ужас просто. Якобы тут греют, сушат, но на самом деле все это так, показуха.
War is peace, freedom is slavery, and laying roofing felt on a wet surface is considered modern technology in 2025.
Сказать нечего. Просто посмотреть наглядно. И держится просто. В любом месте можно посмотреть. То же самое. Такая же история. То же самое все.
Summer is over, autumn has passed, winter has begun, time to do the roof and skim off some money. Rostek's chief, Sergei Chemezov, proudly reported to Putin that Russia is now #1 in the world in producing bombs and shells, while normal countries build kindergartens, schools, hospitals, repair roads, and provide fair pensions. We're churning out explosives faster than anyone else. We pour billions into bombs, wiping homes and entire residential areas off the map. Then, of course, we'll spend decades paying reparations. And after that, as the final flourish in this festival of idiocy, we'll land in prison for war crimes. Just magnificent. We've seen the professional roofing work in Krasnoznamensk. Now let's take a look at the equally high-quality asphalt laying in Vladivostok.
Укладка асфальта. Вторая промышленная 2. Прям в лужу.
That moment when you've built great homes, laid ultra-modern roads, and then proudly go show other countries this wonderful Russian world. This is what sincere support for Putin and the desire to go die for him looks like. What is an ordinary man in Russia really thinking about?
Слушайте, а вы сами про СВО не думали, чтобы пойти туда?
Меня в первый день убьют, а зачем мне это? Ну, кладбище наше, пацаны гибнут, ну хватит. И они, а их там до хрена гибнут. И что сказать? Я сказал бы Путину, хватит этой войны, какого хрена наша страна полезла туда. Чего нам надо? Вы мне можете объяснить, какого...
Геополитика.
A speedrun test to check whether your conversation partner has an extra chromosome is when he answers a simple, direct question with propaganda cliches about geopolitics. Isn't this the ultimate success of Putin's regime, that even some drunk guy refuses to go die for him?
Мы полезли на уже. Наши братья, которые нам, блядь, вот так глаза говорят, идите на... Какого мы туда? Наша страна лезет. Вопрос такой. Мы дадим, что нам эта земля нужна? Нахрена? Нет, подождите. Север вечно голод.
Я был в Иркуте недавно.
Да, там никого нету.
Ну там есть, но там проблемы.
Проблемы.
Нужно...
А мы не решаем проблемы, а мы решаем вот это.
Putin's Russia is when we can't populate our own northern regions, but we're more than happy to fill someone else's cemeteries. Why fix the mountain of problems we already have at home when we can invade Ukraine and create even bigger ones for decades to come? Friends, making content on YouTube is getting harder every day because of blocks and restrictions. But thanks to your support, this channel keeps going. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who keeps supporting the channel with one-time donations in the YouTube comments. You're the best. But if you can, please consider doing it through Patreon or buy me a coffee instead. That way, your support reaches me much more directly. YouTube takes a 30% cut, while those platforms only take around 10%. And don't forget that I have a Patreon, where you can subscribe for just $3 a month. You get early access to new videos, personal chats with me, and already 3 exclusive videos you won't find anywhere else. The first, about how China is destroying Russia's nature for coal mining. The second, a rare banned interview with Putin's ex-wife, Lyudmila. And the third, a frank confession of a soldier who was deceived into taking part in the war in Ukraine. A huge thank you as well to everyone supporting the channel through Buy Me a Coffee. Know that in heaven, a special place has already been prepared for you. Right now, I have 77 incredible patrons. Please, let's hit 80. Not saying goodbye. See you soon.